Hi guys! Before we start the video, I wanna ask you, are you teaching with confidence or just hoping your method stick? In the ever-changing classroom, method matters. What teachers need to know about Teaching Method by Peter Westwood is your no-nonsense guide to choosing and applying effective teaching strategies, whether you're a seasoned teacher or just starting out. So hi, I'm Afra Wulan Nabilah, a student of the Department of English Education at State Islamic University, Syarif, Hidayatullah, Jakarta. In this video, we're gonna dive into what makes this book so useful. So if you've ever wondered what teaching method work best and when, you're in the right place. So let's explore what makes this book worth reading. Okay everyone, so before we dive into the book itself, let me share you a bit of background information about the book. So take a look at the information. The title is What Teachers Need to Know About Teaching Methods. It's written by Peter Westwood. So it was published in 2008 by ACER Press and has 105 pages in total. Without any further ado, let's take a look at what we're going to explore from the book. There are three main focuses that I'm gonna share to you. The first one is the book summary. The second one is strengths and weaknesses, and the last one is why should we read the book. Let's take a look at the first point. It's about book summary, including main purpose, target audience, and key themes of the book. So what teachers need to know about teaching methods is all about helping teachers figure out what works best in the classroom. It's written for anyone involved in education like teachers, students, curriculum designers, or anyone just learning about teaching, including those in educational institution or working to develop learning programs, tools, or services. This book breaks down different approaches like direct instruction versus student-centered learning, and helps you understand when to use what depending on your student and what you're teaching. It also takes a real look at the gap between research and everyday practice and gives you tools to close that gap. Okay, so let's continue to the second point. It's about strengths and weaknesses of the book. For the strength, the first one is balanced perspective. The second one is clear practical explanation of methods. And the last one is emphasis on evidence-based practice. So guys, one of the best things about this book is how balanced it is. So Westwood doesn't pick side in the whole constructivist versus instructivist debate. Instead, he makes it clear that different methods work for different goals and that flexibility is key. He also explained each teaching method in a super practical way, showing when and how to use things like a direct instruction, discovery learning, or problem-based learning. For example, he points out that direct instruction works great for teaching early literacy or math, while project-based learning is perfect for older students solving real-world problems. And what really stands out is how much of it is backed by research. So Westwood brings in ideas like cognitive load theory to explain not just what works, but why it works. So you're not just getting tips, but you're getting tools that make sense. While the book has strength, it also has a weakness. So there are also three weaknesses of the book. The first one is that reference. The second one is dense terminology at times, and the last one is limited student voice. That said, the book isn't without its flaws. Since it was published back in 2008, it doesn't really touch on newer development in educational technology or remote learning. So if you're looking for tips on digital tools, this might feel a bit outdated. Some part also get pretty dense with academic jargon. Terms like process product research might trip up newer teachers who aren't used to that kind of language. And the last one, while the book focuses a lot on teaching methods, it doesn't include much from the student's point of view. Their voices are there, but not in a big way. So if you're hoping for more learner-centered insight, you might find that part a little underwhelming. Okay everyone, so let's dive into the last point. It's about why should we read it? Why should we read the book? So firstly, imagine guys, if you're a teacher, let me ask you. Have you ever walked into classroom unsure if your method fits your students' needs? Or repeated an activity just because it's what you've always done? If that sounds familiar, this book is definitely for you. It's super helpful for new teachers who need a quick, clear breakdown of common teaching methods, and also for experienced educators who want to align what they do with the latest research. If you're studying education or designing curriculum, you'll find tons of insight here too. It really helps you understand the why behind different approaches. It's also a great resource for educational institution or anyone working on learning programs, tools, or services. Basically, anyone involved in shaping how learning happens. And then, why should they or we read the book? Because teaching isn't just about delivering content, but it's about engineering learning. This book helps you think critically what method works best for this student, for this topic right now, and for students preparing to become educators. It builds a strong foundation for understanding how and why different teaching strategies work, bridging theory with real classroom practice. So everyone, your students deserve more than guesswork. They deserve methods that match their minds. This book brings the research of the self and into your classroom. Teaching isn't magic, it's method. What teachers need to know about teaching methods gives you the clarity and confidence to teach with purpose. So guys, if this video helped you out, go ahead and like, subscribe, or drop a comment if there's a method or teaching challenge you want to explore more. So let's learn together and see you!